The worst time in my life? That could have been never used Reddit. So here it goes. I guess English isn't my first language. So to the grammar cops out there, me and my girlfriend were together for almost a year. We started dating in December 2022. We had our first kiss on Christmas. She had some past trauma from some past relationships. She had more specifically her previous one before me. She and the guy had dated for like 6 months, but through that relationship, she said he put her through hell. She even accused him of raping her a couple of times. At first, it was hard for me to get used to that because I could tell how much it affected her. She was a bit distant at first and didn't like to get physical, which I understood completely. I even told her a bunch of times that I would only touch her, even if it's for a hug if she wanted me to. After some time, she got a lot more comfortable with me from the beginning of the relationship. She stated she was a Christian and wanted to wait for marriage to have sleep with her, even though she had already had sleep with her previous partners. I was always a bit confused by that. But since I'm not a religious person and she respected that, I thought I should respect her beliefs too. Yes, no, she said she wasn't Christian before, so she wanted to restart and do everything right this time. So me being an idiot, I said sure, and I supported her decision. We always wanted to be as clear as possible with each other. We even talked about how if we ever start having feelings for other people, or if we just didn't feel the same way about each other down the line, that we would tell each other. We would be honest and spare each other from the pain. Now on to the actual relationship. It was legit the best few months of my life. I've never been one to completely fall in love with someone, but damn man, I felt that dump for the first time in my life. I got to go home and actually look forward to seeing someone waiting for me. She understood me like no one ever had. We were never the go out to eat kind of couple. Our thing was just cook a nice meal at home and watch the entire Harry Potter series together. She had always had self-confidence issues, and I would always try my best to help her out. She had an event planning bussiness with her best friend, and they were doing relatively good in the town we live in. Her constant issue was her body and her social skills. She always said she felt ugly, and I would always try and tell her she wasn't to me. She was perfect, but that was never enough. She always complained about how the clients for the bussiness would always like her boyfriend more than her, because she was a lot more open and outgoing. One day, she comes to me crying, saying they had just fired her from her job. She doesn't have any money, and they are about to evict her from her place. Me being the supportive boyfriend I let her stay with me, even though she refused at first, saying it wouldn't be the right thing because we're not married and God wouldn't like that. Eventually, I convinced her to move in with me because she had nowhere else to stay. Through her time living with me, I paid for everything, and I mean everything. I even paid her car at one point. Because according to her, she didn't have enough to make the payment. She was jumping from job to job. At this point, she would have a job for a week and then go to another, because according to her, she just didn't like it. A few weeks later, she finds a job working as a correctional officer. She goes through the academy and starts making some money. While this is happening, we start having some fights. She literally started fights for no reason whatsoever. She once started a fight because I refused to buy her friend a drink when her friend literally said she would go get herself one after some time. I asked her, do you want to break up? Because it seems to me like you are just making shit up just to get out of the relationship. Her response was no. She said she was just feeling stressed out and that she still has feelings for me and she wants to try and fix things about. A week later, one of my family members passes away because of the stress and how down I was feeling. I start missing days at work and my work quality goes down, so they cut me. So now I'm unemployed, grieving, and I can't afford to do another semester at my school. The only thing I have left to cling to is my girlfriend. I poured my heart out to this girl, I told her. She was all I had, and because of that, I was gonna get back up and get better, because we always talked about the life we would have in the future. And I promised her I was going to give her that. Life, a few days later. My mom calls me asking if I would like to go to my hometown out of state to visit family. Of course, I said yes. It had been almost 5 years since I had seen anyone back home. So I took it as a small break from everything. I offered my girlfriend to come with me, and even my mom offered to pay for her, but she declined, saying she was too busy. So I spent a week over there, and it was great through it though. I noticed my girlfriend getting more and more distant, not responding my texts or calls. I confronted her about it, just stressed with work is all. After the week I spent home, I got to the airport expecting a hug or something to tell me that I was at least missed. I got nothing. She came with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend gave me a hug and she never even got out of the car. We got home, and even her boyfriend told me she went and got onto her for being so cold. Your boyfriend just got back from a flight. You haven't seen him in a week and you didn't even show any kind of emotion, what? So after that, her boyfriend texts me the next night saying she has my girlfriend's location on Find My iPhone and it shows her at some random house nearby. We go there. And just as I suspected she was cheating a few months back, she was introducing me to her work friends. And one of the friends was this kid. Dude was fresh off high school, turned 18 a month ago, didn't have a driver's license. His car was a hand-me-down from his mom. Dude lived with his big brother, didn't even have his own place. Dude wasn't even going to school. Her boyfriend asked her a million times, should we be worried about that guy? And my girlfriend always said no. His too young for me was her excuse, and he's like a little brother to me between my girlfriend, now ex is 25, this guy legit turned 18 last month. See me, and he confronted her on this, and she swears she didn't do anything with him, she was only there to vent to someone. Then, after a few days, she goes and tells her boyfriend that she has feelings for him, but she still had feelings for me too. She legit told her boyfriend, and I quote here, "I want both." Her boyfriend obviously told her no. A day later is when all hell broke loose. She comes to her boyfriend's house and tells her straight up that she lied. She did have sleep with the kid. She insinuated herself to the kid and she jumped on him to have sleep. She said she just stopped caring about me a while ago and couldn't bring herself to tell me anything. Because I was too good, to her he's the best relationship we've ever had, and I couldn't bring myself to hurt him like that. Her boyfriend exploded on her. Me and her friends had gotten close during the relationship, mainly because I wasn't from the town we were in, so I didn't have a lot of friends or any at all to begin with. So I went and I made her friends my friends. Her entire friend group basically chewed her out in front of the neighborhood, and Dirty Creature shamed her too. I got so pissed, I saw the ID arriving with his car to pick her up. I went and I punched one of his side mirrors, clean off legit. I don't even know where I got the strength for that. But I've never felt so pissed off in my life, I wanted to kill him. Her boyfriend calmed me down and told her to get out, so she got in his car and left. That was legitimately the worst day of my life. This person I put so much love, care, and investment to just walks up to me and tells me she cheated on me and that she doesn't care about me anymore when she came to pick her stuff from my place. She looked like a sad puppy, constantly saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I threw all her garbage out the door and she only grabbed a few things. Her family is the worst I've ever seen. Her mom said that this is a new beginning and God will make you happy after this. They literally took her side over ours. She left her friend group and her bussiness with her boyfriend. The only time she came back was to pick some of her stuff up and to promise us that she will repay whatever money she owes us. Back, she even signed a contract for it. Now every month she pays me and her boyfriend the money she owes us. But she wants to act all high and big and wants to tell me to sit and wait. Because I'm being too petty, she doesn't even talk to us about the money or anything. She sent her brothers to tell us whatever she wants to say to us. Her dad has even threatened me with coming to talk to me about me, supposedly spreading rumors about her. The truth is, I never spread any rumors about her, but on social media, everyone in the local towns know her as a dirty creature. And there's even been talks about her being a bad person, because people found how old the kid is. And she's still with him. Her boyfriend told me people have sent her pics of them having dates at the mall and legit. Everyone's staring at them with disgust. Her family says I've spread rumors as revenge. But I really haven't. These past few weeks have been the worst of my life, mentally. I've just felt so worthless after everything. I mean, I got left for a child, a literally child. Tell me, how am I supposed to feel valuable after this last week? For the first time in my life, I had unwisely thoughts. I never even thought I would sit here and say something like that, because I've never felt like this before. It feels like my entire world is on fire, crumbling around me, and I'm just sitting here having to pretend everything is fine. My friends and family keep saying they are worried about me because of how distant and cold I've become. I wasn't like this. Before I miss who I was before, but after that day, it feels like something just went off in my mind. I don't feel the same. I don't feel happy. I don't feel sad. I just don't feel anything. And it sucks because I'm not supposed to be like this. It just feels like my life has no meaning anymore. Like I'm just an empty thing, just wandering around in ways. I just wanted to vent out my feelings for a minute. And this seemed like a cool place, so thanks for reading, I guess. First of all, when she claimed to be newly religious after have unwisely relationships before was a red flag. Sounds like she just became celibate for you. Later, when she met this young guy, she felt totally different for him. Once she broke her so-called religious vows of celibacy, she was off to the races with this younger guy. I'm sure she feels hurt and shame about the way things played out. That's probably why she sends her brother whenever there's things that need to be discussed. Author, we live and we learn. Experience will teach you every time, moving forward. Learn from this. Don't let your ego be bruised because she had feelings for a young guy that you wished she had for you. Don't sit around sulking and crying over spilt milk. Get busy with looking forward to what your future looks like. You're only 25 years old, so you really just got here. You're didn't begin with this woman, and it won't end with her either. Hope this helps. First, I am terribly sorry for what you went through. It's not you, so don't blame yourself for her crappy behavior. Move on and stop putting mental energy into the dumpster fire that was. Second, do they have paragraphs in your native tongue? Story 2. Ever since yesterday when I sent him a letter, he explained that he only wants access to be able to use Snapchat, that I should learn to accept that he is his own person, told me we aren't dating, and I need to chill out, and that he isn't flirting with anyone, and all I need to worry about is improving myself, nothing else. I wrote him a letter stating goodbye, and he got so mad, replied to it, saying that I wrote a letter good enough for a drama TV show, proceeded to insult me, saying I am such a clown it's all my fault, and that he hopes my autoimmune disease takes me and spammed me. The whole entire day or night on Instagram and Discord calls and Facebook Messenger after blocking me on all of these apps. Told me that he only wanted access to use Snapchat, and I took it to the next level and gave him the freedom to sleep or hook up with other girls. He has a cheating history with his ex, and when he initially courted me to be his girlfriend, he uninstalled Snapchat 5 months ago, which he used to use constantly back then to talk to girls and send or receive stuff, and he has reinstalled it back recently. Meanwhile, I have trust issues due to being cheated on multiple times in the past. Now, he said last night that he wants to use Snapchat with me, and I asked if he could clean it out, remove the girls on there, and we'll keep locations open all the time. He said that he wants to gain my trust while he uses the app and that he wants to clean it out. He said he gave up on the no Snapchat compromise since he said he wants to have these things without feeling restricted. Last night, I was actively talking with him via Discord and out of curiosity. Since he was taking forever to reply, I clicked on the Accept Plus Friend blue button back, and I saw his Snap score increased by 2 within the couple of minutes, that he wasn't responding to my messages on Discord. I asked him what he was doing, and he said he was cleaning his bar at work. I told him what I saw, and he said his coworkers snapped him about the new roster schedule or something. In the end, he said I should just keep crying, and that I'm absolutely unwise and dense. He said that he was running out of brain cells talking to me, and that he doesn't owe me any explanations as to why he needs Snapchat again. He said I will always be a sad piece of trash, and no man would ever love me, and they will all run to the hills, and that I was a horrible human being. Now I am sitting here just crying, wondering what to do, debating on setting him free and letting him do whatever he pleases. Just the fact of thinking about him. Sleeping with another girl hurts me. I asked him if he hooked up with a chick, and he said no, and when I said if he wants just to let me know, and he got mad. And he said, why would I let a future prospective boyfriend have options like that? Men and women of Reddit. I kindly ask for your honest but gentle opinions. Do I honestly deserve to be treated like this, since I have hurt him before with my accusations and assumptions due to my trust issues? My ex of 7 years said he is not worth it. This dude and I have never met in person due to long distance. No, you don't ever place trust in a known cheater. It isn't that they cannot change, it is that they have not changed. And a stupid statement of you just have to learn to trust him is not showing he has changed. You cannot give trust where there is a suspicion of distrust. That trust has to be earned. It isn't a given any longer. Cheating says so many things concerning the cheater. It would be useful to explain how he cheated, and not using his words of explanation either. Cheating often passes through multiple partners. Don't allow it to pass through you. You need to do what is best for you. My opinion, I think you need to be yourself for a bit. Don't focus on relationships and just exist alone. Meet others through hobbies and shared interest. You'll find someone that is worth being with. I don't think that someone is him though.